Alright, I got a new push paddle latch to replace this worn one. It has been giving them problems. So we're going to go ahead and replace it. Go ahead and take a hex wrench and remove the bar access from the bottom. There is a screw in the bottom. It will twist out. I was here the other day and diagnosed this. Didn't really find any major problems, just that it's worn, and that could be the issue. So if a patient was leaving and they pulled this, it was popping this out enough to lock the door. So it's just time for a new one. There's the bar that I want to remove that holds the handle in. Last time I had to get a wrench and pull this out. Probably do the same thing. It's hanging up on the handle there. Then I'll use the key to take out the screw that dogs it down. Should have a new one in my box here, which I do. So when ordering these are not universal. You got a left-hand one for a left-hand door like this one, or a right hand for a right hand door. So that's to screw the dog it down. When you order a new set, you get a new key like this, so even their key inside is a bit worn, which can also be a problem. They're not able to tighten it down like they should. So just getting out of tolerance and out of calibration. Same thing here. You can see the hole that this little nipple is supposed to sit in and lock. It's a bit worn on here, and it's a bit worn on here. And that justifies me saying it needs to be replaced, so it's reliable. I'll be getting rid of this, but I'm just in the habit of putting screws back all the time. I might save this for spare parts. Might, I said, 'cause sometimes I don't even remember where I put stuff when I save it. And then, it could be a year or two later, and then you're putting in worn parts, and for reliability, it's not good. So I guess I'm just going to toss it out. I'd rather have a spare new ones than spare worn ones, if you know what I mean. I don't want this to be someone else's problem later on. Alright, next step. Just take these screws, loosen these, take them all the way out. So that is all the parts I'm going to be replacing. In this package, I got a new one. This is from Asa Abloy. I won't be needing this or this because I already have them installed. That's one. I'll take the other one out. All right. Go ahead and line this up. It looks a little janky there. Okay. Good and tight. Alright, got the new handle. It comes with a couple stickers. I'll be putting one that says push. This has the new dogging screw. Alright. So it goes as and actuates that. The latch. Look for the new bar it came with. Because that handle's in the way, I will need to most likely tap it up to get it in there. Oh, I was wrong. I'm cleared. And this screw has a little liquid wrench Loctite on there, the blue stuff, just to keep it from twisting out. I'll just start it by hand and then finish with the hex key. Okay. This feels really snug, really tight already. I don't want to be stripping anything out. It looks, from what I can tell, it looks level. I think that wasn't pushed in all the way. That's one thing about locks, it's all about alignment. It's not aligned correct, doesn't work correct. Yeah, that's why it was so hard to, now it's turning in real easy. That bar wasn't all the way up in the spot it should have been in. Okay, yep, it's fully seated. I'll make it a little bit more snug. I'm not going to go crazy on it. Brass is soft and then you'll strip it out. Okay. Alright, that function works. Let's go ahead and get that new key again. Whatever I did with it. Oh yeah, dropped in the mulch here. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and dog it down. It should not pull back at all, which it's not. I believe that was the problem with the previous one. It was just worn out, and then users would come out and they look at the door and they pull on this, and then the latch will come out and would essentially lock the door. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to get my sticker for here. I've got a push and a pull, so I want to push. So when they undog it, and for fire egress code, you still push the handle and leave, but then you won't be able to re-enter. Of course, these decals, after a year, they're pretty much worn out, and you can't read them anyways. And that's it. That's the Asa Abloy push paddle latch, left-handed. I'm going to give this key to the user, and I'm going to take their old key away because that was part of the problem of it being worn, and they can't snug this down all the way before it slips out. So I appreciate you watching. If you stay to the end of the video, if you can hit that like button, that would really help the algorithm push it to others. Thank you, and see you on the next one.